Hello, hello. Okay, hopefully, you're able to hear me and able to, hear what I'm saying, or hopefully the volume isn't too low. If it is, this is going to suck. Hello, I am Strangerely. I don't think I'm going to be explaining who Strangerely is just yet, because there is a story behind who Strangerely is and where the name came from. But I basically wanted to make a podcast about my week and my life, and all of that. It's always different, and every single week it's always something new. So I just wanted to share my life. Strangerely, I will be telling the story about Strangerely and who Strangerely is and the name about Strangerely. Also, I'm really sorry about if I pronounce any words wrong or if I say anything wrong. English is my second language. Spanish is actually my first language. So if I say any words wrong or any of that, I'm terribly sorry. I basically wanted to make a podcast to talk about my life, and I'm also a college student. I'm a college student. I go currently to a community college, and I'm looking at this. If it's still recording. Okay, it is still recording. I thought I stopped recording. I'm also doing some chores right now, so that's what I'm doing. I go to a community college. It's my first year, but it's my second semester. I just started my second semester this week, and it actually went not that good. It didn't go that well, mainly because a lot of things. Usually when school starts, especially in high school, I would always get so nervous the days before school because it would always be such a scary thing, just because I would be worried about do I have any classes with my friends, or are any of my friends in the classes with me? Who are my teachers? Are they mean? Are they going to yell? Just things like that. So I always worry about that. But for this semester, it was really different. I knew the school already because I already went there for the first semester, which honestly, I feel like first semester was so much better than second semester because, I just started, but I just feel like first semester just going to be like the best, just way better than first. I don't know. I just feel like first semester went really well, and it was great. Honestly, it was really great. And first semester, I just did like I'm doing my general ed right now, which just my classes basically feels like I'm in high school, but just the campus is different. And the thing about college, I feel like you're much more independent. That's the number one thing. You're just more independent, and you have to just figure out things by yourself, just more. I feel like in community college, it's so much more. They're really nice. I just feel like when I'm planning on transferring, I want to become an elementary teacher. I feel like I'm talking about so many topics and I'm not ending what I'm saying. But I want to become an elementary teacher, so I'm currently in a community college. I went to community college just pretty much to see what I wanted to be, and now that I know, this is my first semester. It's my second semester, but this is my first semester actually doing elementary education for my major, so that's really great. I'm really excited, but it's a lot. It's a lot because I haven't done math, especially. I'm taking math, I'm taking English online. I'm taking English is the only class that I'm taking online. And I'm also taking it's an education class where I pretty much have to take the class in order to be in the program of like education and stuff like that, in the teaching. And I'm also taking I haven't gone to the class. It's in person. My only online class is English, but I'm taking this class that is in person, but the teacher is sick, so I haven't gone to his class yet. I have no clue who he looks like, or they. I don't even know. I don't even know the gender. I don't know anything about that. But I'm taking the class, and I'm going to. It started already, but he's sick, so I haven't actually shown up to his class. But it's really something about that class. It's that I feel like it's going to be easy. My main concern is math. I haven't done math in a long time. In high school, I don't think I took math because I don't like math. So I think in my senior year of high school, I did not take math. And in my junior, I took business math, which is kind of the same thing, but it's also different. It's a bit different because business math, it's just, I don't know, it's just a bit different. It's not really the same thing, but I took business math and it was so much more easier than I'm taking elementary math, but it's really different, especially if you're not used to taking math. It's really difficult. I don't know, it's really difficult, and it's not really about adding and subtracting. It's much more than that. So, but I'm also not the only one who's having difficulties. My partners, the people beside me, they're also having problems, and they kind of forgot about how to do math, and but it's going okay. My first week of second semester, my first day, which was on Monday. On Sunday, I took. What did I take? No, I didn't take anything. On my first day, which was Monday, the day before that, which was Sunday, I went to. It was a Super Bowl. I'm not really interested in the Super Bowl, but I went to the Super Bowl. I didn't go to the Super Bowl. I went to my brother's house to watch the Super Bowl, and honestly, I just like watching who goes to the Super Bowl, and I like watching the commercials, the advertisements. I feel like they're really interesting. That's my only reason for watching the Super Bowl. But honestly, I was kind of interested in the Super Bowl, not just the advertisements. They were kind of interesting, but that's what I did on Sunday. And so I didn't really focus on school. I didn't really think about school or any of that because that was my main focus, just going to my brother's house and watching the Super Bowl. And it was a good day. It was pretty good. I had one of my family members who is just around my age. She's 20. She also goes to the same school as me, but she hasn't gone this year because she's working. And we were talking about what classes are you taking? And I was like, honestly, I don't know what classes I'm taking, because when I choose my classes, I usually talk to my counselor, and then I pick my classes and I read the information. And then during my first semester, I do that. I pick my classes for the second semester. And while I was picking my classes, I did my research and all of that, searched the teachers, and I have access to picking my classes much more earlier than other students. So all of the classes that I wanted to take, they were open because I had early access. So I picked all my classes, and then I just forgot about it during the winter, because we have winter, right? There's winter, which I also took classes. I took 2 classes on winter, which is, it was a lot. It was also a lot. But so on Sunday, I honestly didn't remember, what classes was I going to take on Monday. So when I got home, I had to look at which buildings they were in and what classes they were, what I needed for school, which was basically just a pencil and a backpack. Just a pencil and paper. so much different from high school and middle school with school supplies. So that's what I did. On Monday, it was my first day when I got to school. Everything was going really, no, it kind of did. So I made my food, I got ready, and I decided, I'm going to post like my outfit, what I wore, to Pinterest. I like to do that sometimes, especially if they're like good outfits. I do that, or if they're just outfits that I like or I think they look nice, which they're pretty basic, honestly. And I put that outfit on. I took a picture, and then I made some food, and my dad didn't go to work because he was going to pick up a package. A package was going to be was going to come to our house. It was a really big package that was really important and that he needed. It didn't end up coming, but so he didn't go to work because of that. That was like the main reason. And then I made some food. I left for school, and then I turned on my car. And then for some reason it didn't turn on the first time, so then I turned on the second time, and I turned it on the second time. I was thinking about going to get a coffee or something like that. I'm not really a coffee person, but I just decided maybe I should go get a coffee. I didn't end up going because I was just like, okay, I just want to get to, oh my God, I can't talk. I just want to get to school pretty early. So I got to school like at 9. I got to school at 9. I left home like at 8 something. It's like 15 minutes away, but I drive pretty slow. Not pretty slow, but driving still getting used to, So that was something that I did. I keep checking if it's recording. It is recording. I also feel like it's going to die because it's dying. Oh my God, I think it is dying. Let me check real quick and I'll be back on here. Or maybe I'll just stay. Let me check real quick if it's... Okay, I think I'm fine. I'm so sorry if there's like a noise. It's my first one, please. Oh, no, it's going to fall. Okay, that's fun. That's really fun. I'll just hold it then. So, I got to school. I looked at my classes. I went to which room they were in. And it went pretty well. And after that, I went to go get like this gift card because I had to do like a meeting or something like that. I don't know how to do like this mandatory meeting. If I did the meeting, then I would have gotten this gift card. So I went to go get a gift card. I thought it was for Stater Brothers, but it wasn't. It was for something else, but it wasn't actually like a physical gift card. It was like a paper, which I think I need to ask I don't know what I need to do with that paper. I need to do something with it. So after that, I went to my first class. It was pretty good. I saw this girl that I knew, and I was like, what? In my head, I was like, girl, she wants to become a teacher. It was, my first class was math, and I was waiting outside, and this girl, which I knew from high school, I saw her earlier before when I went to go get the gift card. I was walking out of the building, which I got my gift card, and she was walking inside. Not inside, she was just walking near that building, and I saw her, but I didn't really want to say hi to her because I was like, do you ever just get people confused? Or do you ever think like, oh, this is this person, but it's actually it's a complete stranger? So that's what I thought, but it wasn't. It was actually her. And we walked. We were basically touching shoulders. And for sure she knew that I we both looked at each other's eyes, and I was like, I think I know her, but I didn't really think to say anything because we weren't really friends, or we don't really talk. Don't really consider her a friend or any of that. So we walked past each other. And then when I got to my math class, I was just there on my phone, looking on Instagram. And then I saw someone walking in front of me, and I was like, who is this? They know me. But I didn't really look up. until they said, "Hi." I looked up and it was her. I was like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm good. Taking math?" And I'm like, "Yeah, taking math." And then we found out that we also had this other class together, which the teacher still hasn't. He's sick, remember? He's sick. I told you that he's sick. Yeah, he's sick. And I took that. We got inside of that class. I'm sorry, I'm so out of it right now. I keep checking if this is going to die, and I'm really, if it dies, like, is it going to record what is it going to delete what I've been saying? If it dies, hopefully not. I don't know. So, yeah. We got inside. It was on the first day of school. It's always such a scary thing. I don't know if it's like anxiety or social anxiety or just because it was the first day of school, but since it was the first day of school, maybe it was that. Maybe it's the first day of school. I don't know, but it usually happens on the first day of school. But on Monday, I'm telling you this, all these things about my day, and that's all Monday. It was all Monday. It was all one day. Usually when it's the first day of school, I always feel so weird, especially inside the classroom, because I feel like dizzy. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I feel like, why did I eat in the morning? Now I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Why am I here? Oh my god, I'm so thirsty. Wait, but I can't make a noise. If they hear me just drinking water, that's going to be embarrassing. So like that, I don't know, it was just really weird, and I was so anxious. And then when the class finished, I was like, oh my god, thank god it's over. And the girl that I'm talking to her about, I wouldn't consider her a friend, so I don't think I'm gonna call her a friend. I'm just gonna call her that girl. Yep, that girl. She was like, oh, I felt weird. I felt like I was gonna throw up. I felt like I don't know, I just felt like I was gonna faint. And I'm like, no way, me too. Honestly, that happens a lot to me. I feel like I relate on people like that. Like, I relate to them based on how I feel. If I'm just mental health, I always relate on people on that. So I related with her on that. And it's just always so weird. When we were relating, I was like, wow, it's just such a weird thing that's something that I always relate on people. It's on mental health or how we feel or just physical, like, I don't know. Or like if our head hurts, if our arm hurts. I always relate with people on that. It's such a weird thing. And then what happened next? I'm so sorry. What happened next? Oh, then my class finished, and then the girl that I'm talking to you about, yep, she left. She was going to Walmart. I don't know why she told me that. I don't know. I just remember that she said, I'm going to Walmart. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I walked to my car. It was still an hour before my next class. I got in my car. I didn't want to turn on the air because I'm like, I don't really want to do that. Like, I don't know. I just don't want to do that. Because, no. I just sat in a hot car, and then it was getting really, really hot where my face was turning red, and my face is always turning red, honestly. So I turned on the car, put on the windows, and then I turned off my car. I was just there. And then it was like around 12:20, and then again I turned on my car, and for some reason my car didn't turn on, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I did it wrong. Like in the morning I turned it on wrong. Turn on again, and then it kind of turned on, and then it said it had like one line of gas, and I'm like, no, that is not right. I have like half the gas. Like, what? And then turns out that my car didn't work. I don't know, it just didn't turn on, and my windows were rolled down. So I know it wasn't me. It wasn't a me problem. I feel like when my car doesn't work, it's always my fault, but it wasn't my fault. So I was just like, okay, then it's not my fault. I'm just going to call my dad then, which thank God he did not go to work, because he came and he took me to my next class, which was at a different building almost. It was almost at a different building. Not really at a different building, but it was almost on a different building. But it was if I wanted to walk to the next class, it was like 15 minutes. But it was kind of a weird way where you couldn't really walk. Oh no, yeah, walking was 15 minutes. But it was weird. I don't know. You couldn't really like walk over there. So I was going to drive a bit earlier because it was 12:30 when that happened and my class started at 1. So I was really anxious. I'm like, oh my God, if I don't show up, especially if you're in college or if you're going to college, if you don't show up on the first day, they usually drop you. Not all of the time, but if you don't show up, that's it. I mean, if you don't show up to the first day of class, like, you better have a really good excuse on why you didn't show up. So I called my dad. He came to my school and picked me up to take me to my other class, and then he dropped me off, and I went to my class, which was a childhood class, where basically I'm going to be going to an elementary school and helping out kids, which is kind of scary for some reason. I don't know, I'm really terrified about that. I'll just tell you guys how it goes when I do that. And I had to take a TB test, which is something that I never done before, or maybe I have done, I don't know. I took a TB test, so and it came out to be negative, which is great. And then that happened, and throughout the whole time, I was just so anxious. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Like, my car doesn't work, and then my dad's going to fix my car, and they're going to get a tow truck. They were calling the what, I don't know what it's called. I only know what it's called in Spanish, which it's called like the pelea, which is just the three A's, the A, like the 3 A's. That's, what I'm talking about? Yep, yeah, right? Yeah, so I was, they were calling my phone. They were all calling my phone, and they were like, hi, this is a AAA. And I'm like, oh my God, why are they calling me? They were calling me like so many times while I was in class. And then they couldn't find my car. They couldn't find, in college, it's pretty big. I feel like community college is much more smaller than actual universities, and so but it's still really big, and there's different parking lots. So we were looking at they were trying to find where I was at, and they did not find where I was at. So when I ended class, I kind of just left without turning in my TB test, because the teacher didn't really ask for it. So I'm like, oh, I'll turn in later. And then when I left, then I remembered, should have turned that in. And I did not turn that in. So when I left class, I got picked up, and then my dad told me the tow truck does not know where we're at. He can't find where we're at. He can't find the parking lot. We had 2 tow trucks already come, and they couldn't find where we're at. My dad's like, they don't know how to, like, find us for some reason, even though I sent them the exact location where we were at. So I was like, oh my God. So then we had a tow truck come, and then he picked us up. I mean, he didn't pick us up. He had a tow truck come, and then I think it was a battery that didn't work. We got that fixed, and then I drove it home, which was so scary. And I was on the call with my dad the whole entire time because I was just so scared on, what if something happens? What if it explodes? That did not happen, obviously, but I was just really terrified. And after that, oh my God, my head was just hurting. I remember my head was just hurting so bad because I was like, this is a really bad start to a first day of school. Oh my gosh. So then that happened, and then, I ate and all that, right? So then I was planning on, like, every single day, I always look at my laptop, and I always look like, okay, what new announcements did the teachers post, or new things. And also on the next day, which would have been like, it was going to be Tuesday, I had another class, and I looked, and there was a new announcement, and I looked at it, and it said, I'm sick. We will not be having class on Tuesday. And I was like, oh, thank God. So happy. So we had no class, and I'm like, oh my God, thank God. needed a break from all of that, from everything, because it was just a lot, honestly. So then Tuesday went pretty well. I don't remember what happened Tuesday. I only remember what happened when I went to school. So that Tuesday happened. It was Tuesday. But my dad kept telling me, like, throughout the day to turn on the car for a few minutes just to check if it turned on. So I did that. And it did. And then, so yeah, even my dad was, like, even looking at the car, because he was like, okay, you're going to take it to school tomorrow, which was Wednesday, which was Wednesday. And he looked at the car, and everything was good. And after that, then Wednesday happened, which was the class where I had only one class, the childhood class, the children's class, the education class. I don't know what I should call it. It's only like every other Monday, so I didn't have it that day. And I was going to my math class, which was the only class that I had. I was getting ready for school. I didn't take pictures of my outfit because I was just like, no, I'm not doing that. So then, I made my food, and then I was like, okay, let's go. Went to find my keys. I didn't find my keys. And then I went to my parents' room to look for the keys, and my keys weren't there. And then I got a text from my dad saying, did you wake up? And I said, where are my keys? He called me and he told me, I took your keys. Tell your mom to take you to school. And I'm like, oh my God, why again? It's Wednesday, my second day of school. How is this happening to me right now? Oh my God. So my mom took me to school, and I got to school. I had to buy a book. So then I picked up my book, but I only got one book and not the rest of the books because they were all sold out, or I don't know what happened. I don't know. This is my second semester of college, so it's pretty, I feel like I'm still pretty new at this. I don't know. Who knows? So then I got my book, and then I went to my class. We went there. I went there. I went there, and my class started, and then we were doing math. And math, if you haven't done math in a really long time, it's really difficult if you haven't done math in a really long time, because it looks like everything's new to you, especially like dividing and adding. That wasn't the math though, but it was just really confusing. And I met up with the girl, and I sat next to her, and then we had to find partners, but we weren't really partners because there were two people besides us, so we had to be partners with them. And then this I was gonna call him this kid, but it's not a kid, he's an adult. This man, I don't know, he's not a man, what should I call this guy, right? This guy, I don't know what happened, but I was just so, like, nervous. Even the lighting, this is the class where I'm telling you where I felt like I was going to throw up and all of that. Even the lighting was just really weird, because it just made me feel, like, so dizzy and stuff like that. And I was really nervous because I was like, oh my God, everyone's going to make fun of me because I don't know anything. And I'm not usually good at math, and I was just so nervous. So we were doing the questions we did like 2 math problems. The first math problem that we did it, and we were supposed to show each other our answers. I wasn't finished. He was finished with everything. You also have to explain, like, why you got that in, like, little sentences, like, mini paragraph. We showed each other. I wasn't even done with, like, I think I wrote, like, 2 numbers. I don't know what I did. I was not done. I did not know how to do this. It was elementary math, and I did not know how to do this. That was insane. He showed me his problem, and I looked at it, and I was like, wow, good job. Oh my God, did you hear that? I bit something right now. I had berries. Like, I think there were like 3 types of berries at Costco, so that's what I ate with chocolates. Either way, anyway, so he showed me his answers, and he explained everything. I was like, wow, good job. good job, really good job. And I was like, I'm not done yet, so I'm sorry. And my face was turning red, and my face always turns red. I was just so embarrassed that I was like, oh my god, why is my face red? Hopefully he doesn't think that I like him, because no, just please don't do that. And then he told me that he worked somewhere. I don't know why I'm telling you this. He told me that he worked somewhere with like children at an after school program, which actually I was a part of. Like when I was a child, I was in the program, and he was telling me about that, and I'm like, wow, like, how old are you? I didn't tell him that, but I was like, oh my god, like, wow. I don't know, when I was little, I always thought that to become that, you had to be like not old, like over 20. Maybe he is over 20. I don't know, I didn't ask. My face was turning red while that was happening, and I told him that I wanted to be a nurse, and then I didn't be a nurse because I can't even look at blood. So then I told him that, I don't know why. And then my face was turning more red because he was telling me his problem that he solved, and I didn't solve my problem. So then I was just there like, oh my god, he must think that I'm stupid. Then we went over the problem, and it turned out the girl besides me, she also had it wrong, and I'm like, oh, I'm not alone. And then we were like, okay, let's do the second problem. I looked at the second problem, and I did not know how to do anything. I was like, oh my god, okay. And then I had my pencil, did my second problem a little bit. I didn't know how to do it, so I was just trying to solve my second problem. And then I turned to my partner because we had to show each other. I gave him my paper, and he said, this is my paper. I looked at his paper, and he solved the whole problem. He had his like little summary about why he solved, or not why he solved it, but what each step was and how he solved it. And I looked at it, and I was just like, wow, okay. And I looked at it, and I was like, oh my god, wow. I didn't really pay attention to it. His problem ended up being wrong though, so I'm like, oh, thank god, not the only stupid person here. I'm kidding. No, he's probably so much smarter. He said that he was doing like, what is it called? What is that really hard major? Engineering? That's not the hard major. There's one hard major. You know which one I'm talking about, right? Calculus? No, I don't know. But he said that he failed calculus. I don't know. Is that the one? I don't know. That he failed it 2 times. And I'm like, well, I can really tell. That's what I was thinking in my head. No, probably not. I would have probably failed too. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm not done. I told him that 2 times with my first problem. And with my second problem, I looked at my paper, and I was like, oh my god. And the teacher was like, okay, we'll finish. Let's finish, and we'll talk about our problem. And I was like, oh my god. My face was turning so red. I felt like dying right then and there. So then I turned to the girl, and I said, do you know where the bathroom's at? And she said, yeah, in here? And I'm like, no, not in here, not here. Like in this building. She said, oh yeah, it's over there, right? And then I was like, oh, okay, thank you. Oh, and then I just went. I put my backpack on top of the table, and I just left, and I just went to the restroom. I didn't even need to go to the bathroom, and I just went there, and I was just like, breathe. It's okay. You're okay. It's okay. You're fine. Why is this week super bad? I don't know. But you're fine. Just breathe, okay? And then I got out of the bathroom. I looked at my face, and it wasn't red. But now I bought a new concealer, which I'm going to put all over my face for if my face does get red. It's not going to get red if I put concealer, right? Yeah, probably not. Hopefully not. I looked at myself, and I was like, okay, let's go. But when I was in the bathroom, I actually searched up the question that was being asked, and I searched it up, and I kind of reviewed like the answer, like how they solved it. So I kind of reviewed it, and then I was like, whoop, he got it wrong. He didn't get it right. So that kind of made me feel better about myself, because I was like, okay, not the only one who does not understand this. When I sat down, everyone was still working on their problem when I was in the classroom. And I was there, and the girl came and she said, yeah, like, are you, no, she didn't say that, sorry. I was gonna say, are you okay? But she did not say, are you okay? She was just like, no, I told her, oh, I don't have my period and I have cramps. And she's like, oh yeah, I get dizzy. And I told my mom that also I get this class, especially, I feel really weird. And I'm like, oh, she must have known that I wasn't okay during that time, because I wasn't okay. Literally wasn't okay. But then when I went back into the classroom, I felt much better. We did another problem, or maybe we didn't do another problem. I don't know what happened. Something happened, and yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so that happened. It was really that class. It's so embarrassing, honestly. Like that happened, and hopefully that guy doesn't think that I like him based on my face turning red. Hopefully not. We hope that's not the reason why. I don't know, who knows. But so that happened. Then I got off. I was packing up. I packed up really slow because I was like, oh my god, I'm just so embarrassing. Why did my face turn red? And I need to hurry up because my mom's gonna pick me up, because my mom did pick me up. And then the girl said bye, and then I said, oh, bye. Get out right now, please. And then my mom picked me up, and then I got home, and that was that. Oh, it was also Valentine's Day on Tuesday. No, Wednesday. Wednesday was Valentine's Day, so it didn't really feel like Valentine's Day. I never really celebrated Valentine's Day in school. Usually don't have school. Usually have like a week off break because of President's Day. For some reason, I don't know. We have like a week off for President's Day, and it's usually during when it's Valentine's Day. But when I went to school, it wasn't. That didn't happen. So, but it didn't really feel like Valentine's Day at all. And it was just, I don't know what that was. When I got home, I was just really anxious, and I didn't know what that was. I don't know if it was like anxiety or stress, or I don't know, but I'm just like, hopefully he doesn't think that I like him. Like, it was just so, I don't know. I was like covering up my face. I was like, oh my god, if he thinks if he thinks that I like him, I'm going to die. But that was not the problem. I'm sorry, did you guys hear that noise? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was my main concern. Like, hopefully he doesn't think that I like him. And then Thursday went well because I didn't have school because the teacher, he was still sick. So I was like, oh, thank God. I get to take a break from what happened on Wednesday. So yeah, nothing really, when I didn't go to school on which was Tuesday and Thursday, nothing really exciting happened. Like, literally, I did homework. That was all. Today is Friday though, so I got a call from my friend and we were talking. She currently lives in oh my god, I'm keep tracking how many minutes I'm been recording. She currently lives in Las Vegas, and I live in California. We used to be neighbors. Like, we lived in front of each other, and then she moved to Las Vegas, and she works at Panda, and she's also doing real estate, and I'm so happy for her. So happy for her. And we don't really talk or text. We usually send each other reels. Oh my god, I forgot to mention something really exciting that happened. It's so exciting. On Thursday, which was yesterday, there was an earthquake. I'm so scared of earthquakes, honestly. They're something that I hate. They're really scary just because, like, it's just something so scary. I feel like that's my biggest fear. I don't know, it's just so scary. I was doing my homework for English, and then I just heard my mirror. Well, it's like mirror, but it's like a closet mirror. I don't know. And I heard it moving, and I was like, oh my god, there's an earthquake. I just got up, and I kind of like jumped. I don't know, I jumped for some reason because I don't like my feet touching the ground and feeling the earthquake. So I just like jump because I'm like, oh my god. And I have this app that tells me if there's an earthquake, but it did not tell me if there was an earthquake. I was like, why? Why did he, what? Well, why did I even have this app? It's called like My Shake or something like that. I don't know the name. I think a school made it, university made it. I'm not sure, but it didn't tell me that there was going to be an earthquake. So I couldn't sleep yesterday. And that was really fun. Yeah, and basically this whole week I've just been practicing like since I'm going to be helping out at the elementary, I'm just practicing my like reading. I'm literally just watching videos of like how to read, how to write, because I really want to like get better at that and just hopefully explain it to the children or any, just explain it. So I watch those videos and things like that. And I also am reviewing like multiplications because I'm like not good at it at all, and I need to like practice. And all of and not adding, but like long dividing, long multiplication. I don't know, something like that. Like trying to practice it, and because I haven't done math in a really long time, so that's like my biggest activities. I thought it died. Sorry, I thought this died. That was my biggest activities that I did, which was basically I would watch like how to read videos and just practice. Hopefully I can teach the children. If that's what I do, I don't know. I'll see how that goes. But they don't have I didn't turn in my TB test, as I said, so I didn't do that, so I won't be able to help out at the school. I don't know if I'm doing first grade or second grade. I'm not sure, but hopefully I know what grade I'm doing. I know it's on the paper I said first grade, but when I search up the teacher's name and the school, it says welcome second grade. So I'm like, hopefully it's not second grade. I kind of wanted it to be kindergarten. Like, honestly, I kind of wanted it to be kindergarten. It's just feel like it would have been so much more better, but who knows. So today's Friday, and that's basically what I've been doing. I think I have to take my brother to the dentist, or is it called orthodontist? I don't know. I have to take him to the dentist for his braces, and that's going to be really fun. I don't like trying with other people because I feel like if something ever happens, or if something just happens, it's going to I don't know. I just don't want. I'd rather something happen to me than something happen to others. Just something, if I cause something, I just want it to happen to me, not to other people. Especially if they're in the car with me, it's going to be my fault. So that's what I do. And I think I have to take him, and then I don't know. Who knows? Apparently I'm going to take him to eat. I don't really go out to eat, or like I don't really go to restaurants. I probably go like once a week. That's probably, sometimes not even that, but just, yeah. It's pretty much what happens. What else happened? Oh, yesterday I was really, like, sad for some reason. I don't know why. It was just not a good day for some reason. I don't know. I feel like also, like, my mom, I have a Mexican mom, so she gets stressed as well. Every mom gets stressed, but I feel like if you have a Mexican mom, like, you can relate and you know what I'm saying. And if you don't, like, I feel like you won't be able to relate as easily. But it's really, I don't know, I feel like they take it out on you. It's just different, and not all of them are like that, but some of them are. And yeah. And I just felt really like, oh my god. Like, oh my god, like, I'm tired. Like, I just don't want to do this anymore. Like, all of this, like, I don't want to do it anymore. But I was just like, okay, it's fine. Just take your time. That's basically what I'm doing currently, just taking my time with things. So yeah, because I don't know, yesterday was just like a bad day, I'll say. Yeah, it's just a bad day. Just for many reasons. You know, when I don't know. Well, the thing that happened was, like, I feel like my mom was just so stressed that, I'm really sensitive in a way. I feel like I'm a really sensitive person, and she said something that was just like, okay. It's just really stressful, but everything's better. And then today in the morning, she made, like, my favorite food, and I'm like, oh, she loves me. She really does love me. That's what I always think. I don't know. For some reason, that's what I think. I don't know. Hopefully, people are, or hopefully I don't know if anyone's even listening to this, but if they are, thank you for listening. I really appreciate it, and I'm sorry if this was boring, and I'm sorry if I don't talk right. I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like my grammar or my sentences that I say aren't really great, or I don't know. This is also my first podcast. I don't think anyone's going to listen, which is, it's kind of sad that I've been recording this and no one listens, but who knows, maybe one person's going to listen. You know, I feel like if one person listens, that's great. Even if just one person listens, or if no one listens, well, then I'll have this for memory, just to have it with me, and that would be great. So I think that's where I'm going to end it. This is Strangerely. Thank you for listening to whatever this is, or whatever I'm doing, or if anyone is listening. I don't know, who knows, maybe I'm just talking to myself, or maybe I won't even post this. But if I do, and if I am going to post this, thank you for listening, and I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm sorry if this isn't an interesting video, not video, if this isn't an interesting podcast. If it isn't, I'm really, really sorry. And that is all. Thank you. One day I'll explain who Strangerely is, but maybe not right now. It's a long story. I don't know if it's interesting. I don't know. I feel like my week was kind of, things did happen in my week, so that was good. But if nothing exciting happens, I'll just tell stories about many things that I can tell stories about, like my school years, which are really interesting, or just things. I don't know. I'll just think about stories to tell. And yeah, that is all. Thank you for listening to Strangerely, or Stranger Ellie's podcast. It's Stranger Ellie. It's not Stranger Eli. I usually tell people, oh, my name's Ellie, and then they spell it Ellie, which is correct, but in Spanish it is Ellie, which is Ely, and that says Ellie. So that's how I spell it. So it's Stranger Ellie. And that is all. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this, or if you don't, that is okay. That is all. Okay then. Goodbye.